What's up, survivors? It's your sister, Soul Survivor, and I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. What's up, survivors? I missed y'all. Welcome back to my channel. And I know I've been MIA, missing in action, but I'm back. So to give you a little brief description of what I've been through while I've been MIA, it's a very sensitive subject, but I just wanted to share with you. So today I'm going to name this video How to Deal with Death. In other words, how I'm dealing with death and grieving. And so you may want to take a few things away if it helps you as you're going through your journey with dealing with death. So in November, my daughter was pregnant with my grandson, and she had a miscarriage. She was 12 weeks pregnant. It happened 4 days before Thanksgiving. Death comes at destructive times. Shortly after that, it wasn't even a month, my niece, her son, passed away from SIDS. He was 2 months old, and SIDS is a sudden infant death syndrome, which when infants die in their sleep. Wasn't even a month from that. Okay, next month, January, we get the phone call. January 1, my uncle's passed away. 76-year-old uncle in his sleep. Happy New Year's to us, huh? Yeah. So I had to go within myself. I had to do some soul searching. So Soul Survivor had to do some soul searching on how I wanted to heal. I wanted to heal. I don't want to be in pain. So I had to dissect death. I had to look at death in a whole different angle if I was going to embrace it. And that was my prayer before my son transitioned, that I would embrace death. I just wanted to embrace death. I knew I was getting ready to go through something, and I would ask God to just help me to embrace death. That was my prayer. So going through and embracing death helped me to see that I needed to learn more about death because it's not going anywhere. I had to come to the realization that death is a part of life, and everything that lives, from pets to plants and people, is gonna die. So they may go before me or after me, but it's a part of life and it's a cycle of life. So I always knew that. I don't like it, but embracing it helped me get through. So my sister, bless her heart, she wrote a book on how to decode fear-based emotions, all wrapped around grief and death. And so we sat down and we decoded death. And it came up with the number 3. And I thought, oh, death do happen in 3s, huh? Oh, okay. So we looked up what the 3s, all the information about the number 3. And I picked out a few things that I was doing during my journey of healing. And so I want to share with you what I did. So maybe you might change things or grieve a little different or look at death a little different. So one was I changed the vibration of how I looked at death. I didn't want to be sad. I took charge of my emotions, and I told them I don't want to be sad. And I just started to doing things that made me happy. So, and I thought about with my loved ones, how they made me happy, what I learned from them, the memories that we shared, that was changing the vibration. I'm not as sad as I would be if I just sat around and thought about I lost a loved one. When I don't think about I lost a loved one. When someone says, I'm sorry for your loss, I look at all my loved ones that was in my life. It was a win-win. It was a win-win. It was a win-win because I had, for instance, with my son, he was 26 when he was murdered. I had 26 wonderful years with him. Yes. My daughter, I had 12 weeks with just wrapping my arms around her and loving on her with the baby. Zeus had 2 months. That was his life expectancy. That's the way it is. We're looking at it for the way it really is. So, death is a trip, and embracing it and looking at it for what the way it really is will get you free. It will get you free. You'll be free from just a lot of unnecessary grieving. I think we grieve a little bit too much when it's said that we are supposed to celebrate and be happy when our loved ones transition, and we're supposed to cry when they're born. So changing the vibrations, there we go back again. I want to change the vibrations. I want to be happy. I want to celebrate them. Change the vibration. And that has helped me out tremendously. If I can tell you anything else that has helped me out tremendously. Another thing I do is communicate with my loved ones. There's nothing weird and wicked and strange about it, but they communicate back in different ways. It's not like talking one-on-one when they were here on earth with us. They communicate back. I have an altar of nothing but my ancestors on there, pictures of all my loved ones, and I have a lot of loved ones, a lot of angels watching over me. That's what I call my ancestors my angels. They become my angels. That's another way that I learned how to embrace them and get through the grieving process. Another thing was self-examination. I had to look within. I had to express myself when I was looking within and be real and true with myself about what I'm feeling during this death. I'm angry because of whatever, how they transition, or am I just upset and sad, or going into a depression? What am I to do about it? Do some mirror work. Mirror work. In the mirror. You don't have nobody to talk to, go to a mirror and just express yourself. But get it out. Get it out your heart. I got it out. A lot of times I got it out. And shortly my family said, I think you might need to go to some counseling. One time they did. Not this particular time, after my son was transited. They told me, I think you should try it. I said, I've been through counseling before, but it's different when it's your child, because there's a whole nother level of love. There's someone that came from you. It's different, totally different. For those women, sons and fathers out there, there's sons and daughters that transition, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's a whole different pain for mama and daddy. You know, mom and dad is a lot of pain, but ooh, a child. Now, I wouldn't wish that on nobody, to bury their child before them. It's something else, but I made it through. I made it through, and I remember, you know, I must have cried a river when he passed away. I lost so much weight, and I wasn't myself. So I got some counseling, went to a therapist. It was cool. Went through group therapy. I really enjoyed that. It was more than I thought it would be. I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. So it really helped me out. But my therapist, she put me out, y'all. She told me I was already, you know, where I needed to be. I'm like, what? Okay. And stop going. It was due. I really do believe that it's because I raised the vibration. You know, I didn't want to be sad. I always spoke, you know, life and love and remembered all the good things. And she told me that I was right where a lot of people was, and it was only a few counseling sessions. I was like, okay, all right. Another thing I did was joy. I spoke joy. I looked at joyful movies, funny movies, just joy, just hovering on that spirit with joy all in me, just feeling it, you know, just bathing in it. Joy, joy, joy. We're speaking it, thinking it, walking it. It was all in me. Yeah. Another thing was optimistic, being positive of the situation, giving your loved ones their flowers while they're alive, being positive, doing positive things, not just telling them that you love them, but showing them that you really, really love them by maybe picking them up and taking them to the store, or just going by and visit them. Yes, give your loved ones their flowers while they're alive. That's another thing that gives me so much peace, because I've shown love, I've loved, and I've made some beautiful memories. So, hey, I can relax while they're resting in peace over here, huh? Yes, yes, yes. But I want you all, that's about all that I have to share about death right now. But the book, Decoding Fear-Based Emotions, you gotta get it. It's a good read, it's a good work through. Any kind of fear that you have going on, it's a number thing that you do. It's a number thing. And the book is by Net-Hetep, my sister. So I'm gonna put that down in the description box. And I want you to share with me how you getting through your grieving process, because we all going through something, and people are getting out of here sooner than later. And we don't know who's gonna be next. But we're not afraid of who it is. We just gonna live our life to the fullest. My uncle, I wanna share another story with y'all, and then I'm gonna get off of here. My uncle, my 87-year-old uncle that I take care of, he has a little dementia. And every day he tells me that he's ready to go. He's ready to go. He wants God to come and get him. And so what I do to get through the grieving process continuously, I have to encourage him. Life is so worth living, Uncle. I love you. You're doing so wonderful. We have to encourage each other. We have to encourage ourselves to get through the healing process. And another thing, let me share this with y'all. Another thing is help someone else out there that's hurting while you're in pain. It is so relieving and rewarding. All right, survivors, I'm back. All right. So tell me how you're getting through the grieving process, what you're doing new. I made it through. I love y'all so much. Wadu. I'll see you next video.